Ladies and gentlemen, the FBI, they're talking about these gangs that come out of South America merging and wreaking havoc on communities. I believe they have already merged. In order for a story like this to come out, it has already happened. And they know how dangerous this is. And the sad part is, it's going to be the citizens getting the brunt of this whole thing. And the politicians that allowed these gangs to get here, they're not going to even see or be around these people. That's the sad part. They're going to be so far removed from it and not care about those that are impacted. Now, they said there's a pretty deadly gang that comes out of Venezuela, and they already got evidence that they are in the country. So, ladies and gentlemen, these crimes, the crime rings that you are seeing, is exactly that. These are gangs that have come up here from Venezuela. So, it should be of no shock. The same thing they did back home is the same thing they're doing here in America. And as long as you arrest them and then release them with no bail, there's no incentive to stop doing crime. If anything, it's going to make them ramp the crime up even more. So, there's another report that came out recently that there have been 62 robberies in 5 New York boroughs. And this number is growing each and every day. So the FBI said they are monitoring for emerging threats. Well, what good is that going to do the citizens? This is why you don't let everybody in here unvetted. This is why you don't do that. But y'all, it is now a day late and a buck short because they're already here. And they're talking about New York could become pure hell when they really come together. Don't be surprised when the weather breaks. These crimes are going to be in the thousands. You're just looking at 62 now, but it's going to be thousands of crimes happening all over the city in many different boroughs. I believe you ain't seen nothing yet, you know, and it's talking about how they are literally in New York recruiting. These gangs out of South America are in New York recruiting. So they're snatching phones today, and they'll be using all kinds of technology tomorrow. Now, I did a story on them snatching people's iPhones, and they said they're already noticing hacking, and they're also noticing how, people that had their phone snatched, their bank accounts are being drained by these gang members. So you are only looking at the tip of the iceberg as far as I'm concerned. You know, what's going on? Where, where's ICE in this whole thing? So look at everything they got in place, and they can't still stop this from happening. You got Homeland Security, you have ICE, you got the FBI. And this is still happening. It just goes to show you no matter what agencies the US has set up, they literally don't have control over this whole thing. And to be honest with you, as long as it's not impacting the politicians, they're not going to care at all. They're not going to care, y'all. We may think they would care. They're not. They're not. I mean, look at the police. Even if they caught these guys within 24 hours, they're going to let them go because of the immigration policies that they got in place in this country, that they really can't hold and detain them like they can regular American citizens. That is a disgrace. Whoever set these policies up, you can tell they're probably into criminal activity too, with a political title. So they're saying that they're trying to get a hold of this, both NYPD, FBI, ICE, and and it's not just Venezuelan gangs. There's gangs out of Colombia here now. They've probably already been here, but you got more of them now. So you got all these different people. Now, the ones that they suspect that are operating in small breakout groups are gangs from Venezuela, Colombia, Peru, Chile, Ecuador, Bolivia, and Brazil. They believe they are all in the city of New York right now and account for the rise in crime. And they said that the ring, like, because you got MS-13, but they've been in this country. That's not a new thing. They've been here. Okay, they've been here. They were here even when Trump and even Obama was in office, and even prior to that, they've always been here. You know, now Donald Trump was the one that said he wanted to deport these gang members, but now that Joe Biden is in office, it looks like nobody is getting deported at this point. And y'all, they still have not caught the ones that fought the NYPD officers in Times Square. There's still no sign of them. There's still no sign of them. Oh, well, when they get in California, they'll get arrested. What did I tell y'all? They probably ain't even going to step foot in California. They were just headed in that direction. You don't know where they are. They could be in Arizona, they can be in Nevada. They don't necessarily have to go to California at all. There is no trace of them, y'all. No trace. But it just goes to show you how, when it comes down to certain people, look at how law enforcement in America functions. But they'll arrest a black man, trump up charges on him, and then decades later find out no crime ever happened. I'm just saying. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to tune in every day, because you know how funny style they are with the notifications on YouTube. So just be sure to stop by and check to see if I uploaded any new videos on my podcast channel. Peace, family.